It is a rivalry renewed at the Darien Ice House in Darien, Connecticut, as the new Canaan Rams host the Darien Blue Wave in this mid-season varsity ice hockey matchup. Hello, everybody. Dylan DeRiso, Chase Harden, so glad you could be with us as the Darien Blue Wave and the new Canaan Rams get set to face off here at the Ice House, the home rink for both of these teams. The Rams today, the host team. The Blue Wave got the best of New Canaan the 2 times they faced last season. Chase, I'm going to start with you first. Go through some of the strengths that you see with the New Canaan team who's hosting today. They're 4-1 coming into this game.
You got a kid like Doster Cole, junior captain, who's got 15 points on the season. He's got 10 goals, 5 assists. He's legit. He was on this team as a freshman, and he had that height to live up to. Last year he did. This year he's exploded. You got guys like Gavin Fitzpatrick, who have really exploded this year as well. He's got 6 assists. You got Lincoln Durfee, first-year sophomore. He is really strong on defense. And then you got guys like Cam Weefelt, the guys you hear about every year. They're solid on defense. And then obviously Bo Johnson, he's off to prep school. So you got junior Mason Pickering filling in the pipes, and he's done a pretty good job so far this year.
Now talk about Darien a little bit, because they've got some newer players who are really making an impact. Mariska, Rakeen, and then Chris Davis too. He had 2 goals last game. We'll talk about him in a moment. We'll talk about him now, actually. Thanks, Braden. Here we go, Chris Davis. He scored the 2 goals last game against Warwick Co-op. Darien tied both Warwick Co-op and Fairfield Co-op. But Davis really led the Wave in that game. 4 goals on the season so far, 2 assists. He was a junior on varsity last year, didn't get as much time, generally a 4th liner. This year, Coach Bud's been using him a lot more. Coach Bud said one of his biggest regrets was not using Chris Davis more last season, and we've really seen his impact early on this year. Chase, now talk to us a little bit about Doster Kroll.
And then on the other side, Doster Kroll, junior captain. He is committed to Michigan for lacrosse, and he's just exploded this year. 15 points, 10 goals, 5 assists, like you can see there. He's just got speed, he's got hands, he's got a hard shot, and Clark Jones knows how to use him. Like I said, he was on the team as a freshman. He played very well his freshman year, played very well last year, was awarded the C on his jersey, and as a junior, he has just taken this team practically over, and he's one of their top guys.
I'll mention the 2 Darien players that I brought up. Jack Mariska, the freshman, 3 goals, 1 assist on the season, ended his career. Mariska, he's a playmaker. He's fast, he's small, but he's very fast. He's able to get by a lot of big defenders. That's been really useful for the Wave this year. Mac Budd hasn't been using him as much as you may expect, likely due to his age, but then you look at Tyler Rakeen. He's the senior, the first-year senior coming off of Connecticut Junior Rangers, and he has made a huge impact for the Wave early on this season, scoring 3 goals, 1 assist as well. But he's a playmaker. He's able to find the right players, and he makes the smart play. Great hockey IQ and a great size for that kid as well.
Yeah, I mean, speed kills. You talk about Jack Mariska. I mean, he can just make plays. Bud's been using him on the PK, and when you have guys like that are just freshmen, sophomores trying to develop their coach's liking, they go out block shots. They have speed. He has a shorthanded goal in the season. And then on the other side, when you talk about the Rams and their depth, I mean, they have 3 to 4 lines that they can cycle. And when you have lines like that, you can cycle 1, 2, 3, 4 lines in the first, maybe even second period. When you get to the third period, the last couple minutes, when you're really only cycling, 1 and 2 or 1, 2, 3, you're saving those guys' legs on both sides. I mean, the depth in this game, and Dylan, we are in for one of the best games in the state.
We will certainly be seeing both sides, both teams, using all 4 of those lines. I know specifically Mac Budd, it's something he loves to do. He loves to put in those freshmen. You see the 3rd line today, Matthew Fisher, Gavin Samame, James Troy, 3 players that he's been using a lot this season and who have played roles this season. So something very exciting to see in this one. This house is packed out. Darien in the black tonight, New Canaan in the signature home whites. And we are just about set to go for player introductions and the national anthem in just a moment. Chase, when you talk about Darien, New Canaan, you can't forget to talk about physicality, and that is something that we seem to see every single year in this matchup. These two teams, when they hit the ice, they hate each other and they want to hit each other.
100%, and that's the beauty of a rivalry. I mean, when they're on the ice for 90 minutes, they flat out want to kill each other, and that's the beauty of this rivalry. I would say the best in the state, and you have guys coming back from colleges saying they miss this. This is just flat out sheer rivalry, and these two teams just want to kill each other for 90 straight minutes, and that's the beauty of this huge rivalry.
So the captains corralling the teams around the nets. Final pregame speeches before we are ready to go at the Ice House.
And Dylan, you talk about the atmosphere. I mean, no matter, New Canaan could be ranked 1, Darien could be ranked, doesn't matter. Standings, seeds, records, they all go out the window. And it's just New Canaan, Darien, the rivalry for 90 minutes, and it's always a good game. And the cool thing about this is on paper, it's a good game as well. And
absolutely.
It's a packed barn. And tonight's officials, Craig Ferrano and Marty Kilcourse.
We are ready to go at center ice. Braden Roby and Elliot Lancaster taking the face-offs for New Canaan and Darien, respectively. The Wave debuting the Black Angries at home. Face-off will be won back immediately. Beach up to Elders. Now Beach down into the zone. It's recovered by Weefelt. He chips it up off the glass and down the other way towards Darien's end. Kroll behind, looking up, trying to get a push by him as Lancaster gets the puck back. Still a battle for it in the neutral zone. Little back and forth. Elders making a push. Here's the sophomore. He gets played well by Durfee, and the puck's taken away by Braden Roby. Roby looks up the ice, stopped by Ely, sent back into the corner. Now Elders recovering on the side. Covered by Roby. Here goes New Canaan. Can they get something going? No, they cannot. Gardner Ely, the sophomore, was there, brother of Grafton Ely. Kroll trying to go the other way. He cannot. New Canaan finally gets it out of the zone. Here's Roby. The sophomore down along the boards. Leaves the puck out behind. Passes up from Holland. Back behind again. Now Gardner Ely. Instead, he finds Leiden. As a party who's back into the zone. Now along the boards. Battle to get it out. Darien finally does. New Canaan recovers. Here's as a party. Doesn't get the pass away. Can Bronca get to it? Not in time. Here goes New Canaan the other way once again. Del Carmine was trying to make a move with it. He couldn't get anything going. Darien fighting to get it away. Not quite. Finally do. New Canaan recovers once more as a party. Down behind. That puck finds its way back in the stick, or on the stick of Tony Del Carmine. Now along the boards. Can't get it away. Wheatfeld back in the zone. His second shift. Pushed off to the side by Haggerty. Wheatfeld is looking across. Hit Bronca. Bronca dump and chase. Darien gets a full change. Here's Schwinn coming down on the forecheck. That'll work. Takes it from Wheatfeld and a little sandwich on Bobby Whitaker. Now New Canaan up the other way as Schwinn went down. Here's Elliott Croft. Down into the zone, behind. Darien player went down behind. Now a shot inside, puck's loose behind. Chase, I'm saying behind a lot. It seems that's where the puck is found very often.
Yeah, and they're going to call that for offsides. I mean, it's been pretty even so far. New Canaan a little bit of zone time, and same with Darien. A couple shots on net, couple nice hits. The officials letting them play. Gotta love it.
Face-off one back to Asa Beach. Beach up off the glass, kept in the zone by Crowell, who tanks a hit. Lets it go, kept into the zone by Owen Briggs. Now puck loose towards the middle. Beach goes after it. Crowell beat him to it. Crowell cutting across. Now it's chipped out of the zone by Asa Beach. Now pushing the other way. Matt Fisher's going to go on a little forecheck, putting the pressure on Brendan Briggs, the senior defenseman. He's able to escape. Tough situation. Now New Canaan up the other way. Here's Dostal Crowell. He's just got to beat Beach. He snipes top right corner and scores on Finley Haggerty. How about the Rams going up 1-0 like that early on?
Dostal Crowell, we talked about him so much before the game. That's his 11th goal of the season. Just coming down with speed, showing his hands. We said all this before the game, and he puts that glove side on the blue wave. New Canaan, the Rams getting the early lead. What a play there from Dostal Crowell, the junior captain.
Don't know if we got a replay on that. Looks like we did not. That's unfortunate. Dostal Crowell had Asa Beach to beat. He said never mind, shot it before he had to get by him. Nip in the corner. And the Rams have some momentum. Play made by Tarrant, looking up to Davis. Tarrant assisted Davis in the last game. Here's Chris Davis now. Backhander, glove save made by Pickering. Now up top, Tarrant the wrister kick save Pickering. Off to the side. Lancaster laying a hit against the boards. Now a chase behind. Lancaster cuts to the outside, delivers a hit. Puck along the boards, kept in. Davis loses his stick, so New Canaan's able to get it out of the zone. That puck was bouncing. Here's Del Carmine. He'll look across, pass didn't get through, puck still loose, now behind. Tarrant eating a hit. Looks up, Davis, can he get it out? No, he cannot. He did get it out, couldn't do anything with it though. George Persinger, the sophomore, behind the net, finds Davis. Davis will take a second. Up off the glass, looking for Rakeen. Didn't get all the way to him. Finally, Chris Davis will go off for the change, like the rest of his line did. Rakeen behind the net with it. Looks up to Bronca. Tommy Bronca across. Hits Naraki on the stick. Here's Jonathan Naraki. He's got Wheatfeld to beat. Naraki going to the backhand. Save made Pickering by the glove. Now Bronca trying to stuff it inside. Puck's loose across the middle. Save again. Naraki gets to it. Now up to Holland. Holland wrister low kick save. Tyler Rakeen handling down into the corner. Finds Bronca behind. Bronca looking up towards the middle. That one was intercepted by Fauché. Whistle blown for icing.
Third line there for the Rams, and nice play there by Fauché and Croft. Just they sensed all that danger. I mean, Darien had 2 or 3 good chances there, and I mean, in a time like that, you just got to sense that danger and get it the heck out, ice it, get fresh legs on the ice.
Can they get it out? No, they cannot. Crowell and Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick with it across the Doster. He couldn't get the backhand on it. Now puck loose in the middle. Darien doesn't want that. Along the boards, Roby trying to kick by. Wow, that's a big hit on Jack Mariska. Darien putting a hit back. Puck in the corner. Good puck movement from the Rams. Darien's finally able to break it up, and here they go the other way. Tommy Holland carrying. The defenseman leaves it back. Mariska goes down again. He's small and he's got a lot of speed, but he doesn't have the size to handle some of those hits. Now behind the net. Grafton Ely looks to lay out a hit as the puck gets left back by Fitzpatrick. Can the Wave get it going the other way? No, they cannot. Brendan Briggs down into the corner. Asa Beach is there, though. He'll skate around with it. Slides it up, kept in by Briggs. Beach trying to lay a hit, leaves the puck out. Oh, and Del Carmine was on the backside, almost had the finishing blow.
What a play there by Leiden to see Del Carmine on the cross crease, but Del Carmine just couldn't corral it. That would have been an easy tip-in goal for Del Carmine.
James Troy, Lee Crody, that fourth line on the ice. Puck up and away. Beach skated back for it. Sends a high chip into the zone. Samame is going to go after it. Samame leaves it back. Owen Briggs was there. There's Aiden Elders. Samame. The shot. Blocker save. Tataro. Here's Jean Tataro. He gets hit against the boards. Great hit laid out by George Persinger. Can Darien get after it? Here's Lee Crody. Lee dumps it down into the zone. Persinger, the defenseman, coming all the way up, tanks a hit from Durfee. Durfee was able to get to the puck. Elliot Lancaster had no problem laying out another hit, though, behind the net. Now a battle. Tataro against the boards once more. Lancaster. Durfee. Davis. Chris Davis handling on his backhand. Back for Elders. Lancaster. He'll look up. George Persinger up top keeps it in the zone. Chris Davis fails to get to it. The puck's rolling. Aiden Elders down to Davis. Eats a hit from Wheatfeld. Now puck loose across the middle. A shot from Lancaster. Barely saved by Pickering. Got it caught between his arm and his body. Great reaction from Mason Pickering.
And Pickering's really filled his role well this year, right? He's been on this team before, went and played for Westchester Express, came back junior year here, and that's a great stop by him, point blank. And what we talked about earlier, the Rams are playing a fourth line there, trying to keep 1, 2, 3, 4 lines all fresh so that later in the game they can really put the beat down on. Same with Darien as well. They're rotating 3 or 4 lines as well.
That one chipped up and out of play off the stick of James Fauché.
Good puck movement there from the Rams, but the Blue Wave made sure not to give up any space there. And that's what we've seen early. The Blue Wave, I feel, have given up a little too much space, and that shot from Doster Kroll, it was well defended, but he's got a rocket, and it just came off his stick, and I'm sure that's one the Blue Wave went back glove side.
Puck will go all the way down. Connell. The boards. Naraki fighting. Can't keep it in. Here's Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick, excuse me. Back to him. Leaves it out for Crowell. They were looking for a little tic-tac-toe play. Didn't work. Here's Darien the other way. Tommy Holland. Stick handling. He's not afraid to take it up. Holland, blocker save. Pickering. Rakeen down to Bronca. Bronca eating a few hits. But New Canaan's eventually able to get it away as Mariska wanted to lay out a big hit. Bronca did instead. Up off the boards, out of the zone. Grafton Ely's back with it. Grafton Ely now skating up ice. Not something you see very often. Ely across towards the middle. Is anyone home? No, he's not. Pickering gets on top of it. Brendan Briggs said, get away from my goalie.
Looks like the officials they're going to take Brendan Briggs for a rough.
They're putting him in the box.
Putting him in the box. It's a tough call to make in a game like this.
Bit of maybe a little too much oomph on that get away from my goalie push.
In a rivalry game like this, contact sports, stuff like that is going to happen. And Darien was poking away, and Brendan Briggs was just trying to clear them out from Pickering. I thought that was a good battle by both sides, but I guess the officials trying to make it known early that you're not going to get away with any nonsense.
Darien bringing out the power play unit. Chris Davis had to hustle onto the ice. New Canaan wins the faceoff back. Bobby Whitaker fought to get up to it. Davis off the foot of the ref. Found its way to Schwinn, though. That one goes loose. Ely has to come up. Ely trying to pin him. Lancaster as well. Can Darien keep it in? Yes, they can. To the outside, Bobby Whitaker. Cam Wheatfeld gets it, moves it over to Durfee. Durfee with the nice ice to run some clock off. Haggerty leaves it out for Ely. Darien keeping the line on. Looks up to Schwinn. That one out of reach. Whistle blown for the icing. Not how Darien wants their power play to be going so far.
Now Ely trying to find Schwinn there on a stretch pass. A little out of reach, and that's going to go for an ice. A great opportunity here for the Blue Wave to get back on the board with get on the board with 5:04 left in the first and try and tie it up before the conclusion of the period. Much better going into the locker room, coming back out in a tie than down one, just confidence-wise.
Now a battle behind between Holland and Crowell. Crowell gets to it. Crowell the high shot up and off the glass. Now chip back in. Mariska with it behind. Jack Mariska finds, believe that's Elders. Yes, it is. That pass was a rocket and got by Elders' stick. Holland catches it. Up to Beach. Asa Beach now. Stepping in. Wrister wide. Mariska. Here's Fitzpatrick. Gavin Fitzpatrick coming down with it. Makes a move to the inside. Trying the toe drag. Doesn't work. Puck slides wide of the net. We got a whistle.
Net come up. Looks like the net came off.
Yep.
Nice D there by Holland. Fitzpatrick trying to use his strength, working to the middle, but the Blue Wave defense says you're not going to do that, and the officials stop play as the net came off there. They're going to keep it inside, saying that the Blue Wave took it off. 30 seconds to go, and it's almost looked like a Rams power play. I mean, the Blue Wave just haven't really gotten anything going.
25 to go on the power play. Charlie Schwind will start it off for Darien. Moves it to Ely. Ely will carry. He'll choose to dump. Makes its way to the far side. Schwind, will he get the slap shot? Instead, he'll take a wrist or rebound. Pickering, 2 saves. Back up, Schwind one time. Nope, moves it over to Ely. Ely loses it. Power play expires. Darien wants one more shot. They won't get it. Wheatfeld up off the glass, out of the zone. That's a great kill from the Rams.
And a couple of nice saves there by Pickering. I mean, just full out split.
Here's New Canaan. Roby, glove save by Haggerty. Darien will try to use that to get going the other way. Matthew Fisher lost the puck. Roby and Fitzpatrick going to work. Doster Kroll's on the far side too. This is a scoring line for the Rams. Here's Troy. Carrying for the Wave. Out for Fisher. Fisher lost it. New Canaan's going the other way. That one got by Kroll, though. Samame's able to get to it. Now down into the zone from Leiden. Persinger behind. Didn't get all of it on the pass. Fisher, Samame, back to New Canaan. As a party, into the zone. Russell Tarrant, excuse me. Tarrant, Troy. Gets it out. New Canaan right back in. Persinger goes back on the chase. Persinger backhand, no one home. New Canaan with it instead now. Here's a chance, taking it around to the outside along the boards. Persinger out. Sent back in as a party. Battle behind. Naraki off the boards and chase. Jonathan Naraki getting his own thing started. How about that? Jonathan Naraki, stick in the corner, ties the game up. He did all of that himself.
What a shot there where mama keeps the cookies. I mean, that's top shelf as top shelf gets. Mason Pickering been standing on his head all game, and there's really nothing he can do about that. I mean, offensive guys making, I mean, sometimes the offense just makes plays, and right there,
Naraki.
That was just a snipe. And
putting it in the toy department. His second on the season.
Nothing Pickering can do about that one. That's just a good play.
Darien's earned some momentum back. New Canaan's offense was very successful, though. Their forecheck was relentless. So that certainly is not over yet. The Rams will start a rush early here. Fitzpatrick now. That one up off the netting, out of play. Minute 34 to go in the first period. 1-1 our score.
They're going to say that one got tipped, keep it inside. Face-off here. Braden Roby, one of their top face-off guys for the Rams, trying to win it back and maybe put a 2 up on that board before the end of the period.
Quick shot. Goes behind off the boards. Gets it out of the zone. Whitaker. Bobby Whitaker trying to make a move around the outside. Doesn't work. He'll leave it back. Mariska hit again. Now Schwinn, he eats that hit up. Schwinn taking his time back to Whitaker. That one far from him. Mariska's getting hit all over the place right now. Ooh, and Schwinn almost had a nice tap on that. Puck escapes the zone. Whitaker has to pull it away. He'll choose for the high dump. That'll go off the wall of the building.
Be it center ice face off. And I mean, this is exactly what we thought was going to happen. 1-1. And both teams right now just, I mean, great if we score, but right now they're just trying to keep this a tie game and make sure that nothing silly happens before the end of the period.
New Canaan trying to get a late rush, maybe. James Fauché into the corner. Holland well defended. Behind the net. Now across the middle. Up top. Caught in the mix. Here goes the Wave. 38 seconds. He goes down. That's Rakeen on the rush. Bronca trips up. Over Naraki, the one-timer chance. Couldn't get on it. And New Canaan's going the other way. Elliot Croft. He's a sophomore. Cross chance low and away. Owen Briggs. Towards the middle. Ely gets rid of it. Back up to Briggs. Briggs trying to get a shot. That one escapes the zone. Running some more clock off. Down off the post. How about that? Pickering. That one a little close for comfort, but we escaped the period. 1-1 our score. You can see Mason Pickering a little shook up, but a great first period of action. Chase, how about that?
What a crazy bounce there. And Dylan, like I said a second ago, this is exactly what we thought was going to happen. 1-1 after the first. In a rivalry like this, where both teams match up pretty darn well, it should be a fun 2 and 3 periods. Excuse me. Yeah.
Excited to see where this game takes us. We'll be back in a few moments. the DAF Media Network.
The Darien Foundation was founded in 1998 by Richard and Maureen Chilton, and the thesis behind that founding was to bring technology to the Darien public school systems. And that launched us, and that got us going, and through technology and capital project initiatives, we've now funded over $5.5 million over the last 24 years to build a better Darien.
Our board really likes to get involved and assist the partners that we collaborate with, whether it's a grant for a youth project or a grant from a community service, schools, the police. Often they come to us with ideas that we help them bring to fruition.
The Darien Foundation recently awarded the Darien Police Department 2 grants. One was for laser shot and the other for Faro technology. Laser shot technology is based on decision making. It may come down to using their firearm, but in reality, we would like them to talk the situation down where you use less lethal force, and this program allows us to do that.
Police, drop the gun!
Faro technology gives us a 360-degree view, catching all the points we need to catch in our accident scene. It also takes a lot less time. This allows us to open up roads, get traffic flowing a lot quicker than we ever used to be able to. We can also map the inside of buildings. We can use it at outdoor crime scenes, indoor crime scenes. It's really used for a plethora of investigations. It's a tool that most other departments may not have their hands on just yet, and thanks to the Darien Foundation, we have that technology.
At Home in Darien is a nonprofit organization that helps senior citizens to remain living independently in their home and in the community. We provide important services to help them do so, such as transportation. Thanks to the Darien Foundation, we have this amazing new van, and we are so excited about it and what it'll do for the community.
From all standpoints, this is going to be a real improvement in the services we provide, both in terms of safety and comfort. The Darien Foundation is important to the community in the scope that they reach out to answer needs.
Post 53 is the town's ambulance service. We respond to over 1,600 emergency calls a year. We're a vital service that has been here for 51 years. The technology upgrades provided by the Darien Foundation has been a game changer for us. It's allowed us to improve our training. It has helped us hone our skills. You don't know how important an ambulance is until you actually need it. Thanks to our partnership with the Darien Foundation, who's provided all of this technology and several grants throughout the years, we're able to continue to be prepared, to be well-trained and well-staffed, to respond 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, whenever you need it.
The Darien Foundation is really excited to be able to launch a new program for the Darien schools, which will benefit students K through 12 in all 7 schools. This is the new robotics program, which will be an extracurricular opportunity for students to build robots, compete against other leagues, and collaborate together.
Our robotics program is going to benefit students in so many ways. In regular classes, students are always looking for the right answer, that there's only one way to answer something. Robotics is completely different. In robotics, you learn that there are multiple solutions to every problem. You learn that you have these obstacles that you have to overcome. You have to really be a creative problem solver. And most importantly, you need to persevere.
Early on in the process, the Darien Foundation reached out to administration and the offer to provide funding for a project, and it just dovetailed beautifully to the goals of the strategic plan. I look forward to continue to work closely with the Darien Foundation, both on this project and other projects down the line.
We welcome ideas for possible grants. We'd like to do grants that promote and strengthen our community. Sometimes it's from an organization, sometimes it's from our emergency service partners, or it's from the Darien Public Schools. One of our most popular grants, which was the Playground by the Sound, came to us from 4 Darien moms who said, let's get together and figure out how to build this.
Thanks to the generosity of our board members and officers, Every dollar you give to the Darien Foundation goes directly to the grants that we're supporting. I invite all of you to help us move our community further and support the Darien Foundation.
Celebrating and supporting Darien athletes. That is a simple mission of the Darien Athletic Foundation. Broadcasting live from the field, DAF Media covers 125 games a year. All Darien teams, our youth, in our town, on our fields. Fields like the Center Oval and Upper Oval turfs, the JV softball field, and Stadium East, the longest turf in New England, all made possible by the Darien Athletic Foundation and its generous founders and donors. The Darien Athletic Foundation is not just committed to building our town's athletic infrastructure, it's improving the civic infrastructure for everyone to enjoy. The multimedia scoreboard, the snack bar pavilion, and the stadium lights, a $750,000 investment that makes Darien High School just the second school in Connecticut with LED lights. The Darien Athletic Foundation board is made up of local parents who know just how quickly it goes by. Its archives of more than 60,000 photos capture those precious moments of our young athletes as they strive to be their very best. The Darien Athletic Foundation has raised almost $9.5 million for our town and its kids, and it's not stopping there, as it continues to build a legacy for our youth as bright as their future, both on and off the field.
DAF Media is actively seeking financial support. Founded in 2017, DAF Media has quickly become Southwestern Connecticut's source for quality sports, arts, and community programming. If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network and want to help us continue to deliver high-quality broadcasts while teaching lifelong STEM, communication, organization, and leadership skills, please email us at sponsor@dafmedia.org. We are a registered 501c3 organization.
back live for the second period of play here at the Darien Ice House. Dylan DeRiso, Chase Harden, 1-1 our score after one. Showing a couple replays here from that action-packed first period, I think would be the best way to describe it. Chase, what'd you see?
Both goalies played pretty well. Mason Pickering had a couple point-blank saves. And then obviously both those goals, Josh Kroll, and then on the other side, both pretty darn nice shots, both missiles and finding corners. Dylan, I've said it probably 1,000 times already, but we are in for a good two second and third periods. So I'm excited to see where this goes and who takes the best of today. And Darien took both last year. New Canaan hasn't won one in over a year, so I'm sure they got that chip on their shoulder. And then obviously Darien just wants to come out here and keep pushing that throttle.
Absolutely. Darien bringing it with that same first line we saw to start the game. Ely Beach on defense, Davis, Elders, Lancaster and the forwards. New Canaan bringing it too. Kroll, Roby, Fitzpatrick for the Rams. Tommy Bronco, late addition to the Darien bench. Looks like he was late back from the locker room. We are ready now. Second period action underway. New Canaan will win back this face-off. Darien, no hesitation to try to get some forecheck going early on. Whistle blown, penalty.
Looks like we're gonna have an elbow on Braden Roby there. And he said he got up by the chin. Third and call him. And another chance for the Blue Wave to get on the PP.
Darien didn't have a great power play last time. New Canaan had a great kill. So we'll see if the Wave can cook anything up differently this time around.
Marty, of course, he's gonna make that call. And usually the officials let them play in a game like this, but I guess the officials are saying, hey, no nonsense. We're just here to play hockey.
That one up off the board. Schwind over. Whitaker now. Bobby dumps it down in behind. Lancaster with it along the boards. Bronca in the corner. Battle ends up on the stick of Charlie Schwind. Schwind dumps it back down into the zone. Durfee, excuse me. Beach, that one gets by him. He slips. Here's Kroll for a chance. Through the legs past the Fitzpatrick. Ely cleared it away.
Nice look there. Kroll, Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick just couldn't quite get it to try and put a shot on net.
That one will go all the way down. New Canaan, quick attack. Puck gets off, or excuse me, net goes off. Finley Hagerty leaning hard against that post. Ref's got to break that net in a little bit more, seems.
Again, we really haven't seen Darien's power play really electric, right? I mean, last power play as well, New Canaan shorthanded, on the penalty kill, just kept putting pressure on right there again. Del Carmine putting a shot on net, good chance for the Rams there. And quite honestly, Darien just hasn't got anything going.
Here's Tyler Rakeen. Trying to get something going. Tobin Connell's there. Holland will have to hustle. Back to Mariska. Marissa, a little kick pass to Rakeen. Rakeen up to Davis. That one by him. Asa Beach is going to skate up all the way offensively. They'll blow the whistle as Pickering ices it. Some chatter between Beach and a couple Rams.
Saying, get away from my goalie. Trying to get a rebound there. Pickering holds on to that one. 36 to go on the Roby penalty. Chance here for the Blue Wave to put a 2 up on the board.
Off the glass. Gets by Holland. Hagerty is on the touch. Kroll putting on the forecheck. Kroll skating everywhere. Now Holland. Holland up off the boards. Quick one. Hagerty saves.
Great penalty kill there from the Rams. I mean, looks like they're on the power play. Both penalty kills, they've just put so much pressure on the Blue Wave there. Again, we see Doster Kroll. Usually he's on the power play, but there he just uses his speed to put the pressure on the Blue Wave defense on the power play, and from there they can't generate anything.
Haggerty with the quick cover.
Still 6 to go on the Roby penalty. Official telling the two face-off guys to get in the proper position there.
Some back and forth. New Canaan comes out with it. Max low. Over Matthew Fisher along the boards. Fisher goes down. Turned up the other way by Durfee. Whistle blown. We'll see what the call is here. I think offsides. Trying to get Chase's mic figured out.
We're going to blow that one offside. Sorry about that.
Gardner Ely over to his brother. That one was ripped. Goes up. Now it's on the net. Fitzpatrick around. Where is it? Goes out in front. Crowell. Crowell turning back. Trying to make a move to the inside. Doesn't work. Elliott Lancaster will skate. Lancaster. Elders. Davis. Stolen away by Crowell. Whistle blown offsides.
Nice call there by the official. Right in position to make that call. Pretty obvious that the Blue Wave went offsides there. You can see Clark Jones and Ryan Haggerty, the two coaches on that staff for the Rams, a little frustrated after Kroll tried to put on too many moves where I'm sure they think he just should have too close to not shoot the puck, and something they preach. Once you get to the hashes, once you get to the dots, just shoot it. You know, a Wayne Gretzky quote, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, and they're preaching that to him right now.
Tyler Rakeen gets it out. Brendan Briggs recovers. Over to Owen Briggs. Down in to the zone. Holland behind. He'll keep the puck going towards Bronca. Bronca, Rakeen out of reach. Tommy Bronca gets to it. Little backhand and chase. Puck behind. Holland will have to go after it. Now towards the middle, where is it? Puck loose in front, another shot taken. I believe that was Elliott Kropp. He'll pass it up top. Connell, the shot wide. Bronca to it. Here's Tommy Bronca. Tyler Rakeen off the boards. Dump and chase. Fisher will go behind. Giving Pickering a little bump. Getting into it afterwards with Connell. Now loose. Here's Carlson. Logan Carlson towards the middle. That puck knocked away from him. He lays a hit on Whitaker. Mariska trying to make a move inside. Pushed away by Pickering. Mariska hit again. Here go the Rams up ice. Stopped by Persinger. He's hit in the back. That'll be a penalty. No problem. He'll go straight to the box, and Darien will have their third power play.
We're going to get Del Carmine for interference. Blue Wave defenseman there. Tried to turn to get the puck. Del Carmine pushed him on the back there. That's kind of a sketchy area to try and get somebody off their balance, because something that hockey's really trying to preach is when you see those numbers, when you see the behind on the player, you really can't touch them. And this is going to be the Blue Wave's third power play of the game. And penalties just kill, man. They create just tiredness and havoc all over your team. And I mean, yeah.
Grafton Ely. Whitaker, low, inside, puck's loose in front. Pickering's on his back, gets up, puck goes away. Slap shot, ice down, clear some time off. Ely will have to hustle just a little bit. He'll leave a backhander. Mariska will come down. Mariska will skate. Mariska up past Lancaster to Whitaker. Bobby Whitaker skating along the boards. Now down the other way, back to Hagerty. He'll leave it out. Mariska carrying. Grafton Ely to Mariska. Lancaster along the boards. Can they get it out? Seems like New Canaan's on a power play the way this is being played out.
Seen it on all three. They're just putting so much pressure on the defense that they can't even break it out. Nice job by the penalty killers.
Ely skating to Lancaster, gets by him. He'll go for a sub. Now Rakeen in front. Rakeen, the backhander, saved by Pickering. Players getting into it afterwards.
Nice job there by Pickering. Make that stop. And Rams doing a nice job on their penalty kill. They really practice that in practice to make sure that they apply pressure on the defense. And they have done that, because if you apply pressure on the defense, you can't break it out. And if you can't break it out, obviously you can't get it out of your zone and into your offensive zone. Nice job there by the penalty killers. Still 40 to go on the Del Carmine penalty. See what the Blue Wave can do.
Holland over. Rakeen steps up, wrist shot, save Pickering. Rakeen went down afterwards. Asa Beach up top. Asa Beach, a low wrister. Beach still trying to net his first career goal. Now Chris Davis. Davis, Beach shot wide again. Beach getting a few chances. The crowd wants it, he wants it. Darien wants it too.
Two go out of play. And they're going to keep it inside. They deemed that one of the Rams tipped it. Important face-off here, try and win it back. Get guys in front to screen the goalie. So important in hockey. And try and put one in the back of the net.
15 left on the penalty now. Now leaving it back, Asa Beach. Beach steps up, wrister low, blocked in front by Connell. Behind, looking, nobody home. Here's Roby. Rakeen, nice hip check against the boards. Rakeen goes down though. He'll chip it up, looking for his friend Naraki. That one out of play.
Stay inside as Rakeen put it out of play. And I'm surprised the Darien staff or players didn't let their defense know that Del Carmine was coming out of the box there as Del Carmine got off and Roby came on, because you get a hanger there, they can easily put another one on the board, and they almost did, but the Blue Wave defense caught up. But if Roby got that one, it would have been an easy breakaway, so they got to be aware of that and let their teammates know. Communication, you got to preach that.
Samame up to Crody. Here's Lee Crody, his second shift of the game. Crody over. Troy getting after it. Persinger, Tarrant, a young line of Darien players we're seeing right now. Puck behind with Briggs. Looking up, it'll be skated by Leiden. Bryce Leiden looking up. Pushed away by Hagerty. She was against the net, now behind some moving of the puck. Bryce Leiden cuts back. Persinger's on him. Here's a shot, goes across, it's off of Tarrant. Now from up top, Owen Briggs, his shot gets eaten. Brendan Briggs, nice saucer backhander down into the zone, but it's taken by Tarrant. New Canaan back on the rush again. Fauché behind. Shot down, bouncing off the boards. Lee Crody's able to put in a good fight, get the puck out of the zone. Gives Darien a moment to breathe. Russell Tarrant will pick it up. Can't get it out. Can Samame do that? No, he cannot. New Canaan. Some great pressure right now. A shot, rebound, save again by Haggerty. Great reaction by Finley Haggerty for the comeback. It's not over.
Couple of great chances there for the Rams.
Puck just behind now. Lee Crody fails to ice it. That one blocked. They want a call for that. Not going to get it. Persinger throws down the ice, making the smart play, getting Darien a chance to breathe. How about Finley Haggerty?
I mean, that was a minute and a half, 2 minutes of just pure domination by the Rams. That's their third line, and they just kept generating chances. Rams fans there wanted a penalty. Contact sport. The officials are letting them play. Now they are in the great Darien New Canaan rivalry.
Quick shot, rebound saved again. Beach, Elders, Lancaster. Back to Aiden Elders, now up to Grafton Ely. Ely across to Lancaster, that's some great puck movement. Lancaster takes the shot. Mason Pickering with the save, up and out of play.
2-on-1 there, Durfee back. Nice play by him to sort of force him to shoot it. Pickering senses that, and nice blocker save. Out of play there by Pickering. Just great positioning by him, right on his post. And goalie coaches like to see that one. 6:13 to go in the second. 1-1.
Now a scrum in the middle. Chris Davis comes out with it. Puck escapes. Fitzpatrick. Gavin Fitzpatrick back for Roby. Roby across. Crowell on the backside. Save made once again by Haggerty.
Little tic-tac-toe action there. Roby to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick to Roby. Roby, nice play there to find Crowell. And Crowell couldn't quite get a nice shot off because the Blue Wave defense kind of swarmed him. But nice passing there. And the past 5 minutes have just been Ram domination. They've probably outshot the Blue Wave in the last 5 minutes. I would say 10-1, 10-2. So Blue Wave got a...
Now in front, a chance! Bar down! Del Carmine puts the Rams ahead.
The Rams second line, Bryce Leiden with a great pass. Finds Tony Del Carmine, the freshman. His third goal of the season. And he's really found himself a spot on this team. Tony Del Carmine one-on-one with the goalie. And he puts it. Bar down. Rams take the 2-1 lead. Great play there by Bryce Leiden, the sophomore. And just great awareness there, great vision.
That's a great look, and that's some poor defending by Darien.
And Tony Del Carmine, the freshman. That's his third of the season. And I mean, you could tell that was going to happen for 4 to 5 minutes. New Canaan just shot. Rebound. Elliot Croft, James Crochet, they had all these chances. And finally, that second line comes up big for them with Bryce Leiden finding Tony Del Carmine. And the momentum is surely in the Rams' favor, and the Blue Wave got to do something, a big hit, a nice block shot, a nice save to hold that momentum.
Rams not slowing down yet, puck out in front. Persinger back for it. A look to Bronca. Down behind again, George Persinger. Now on the stick of Bronca, up to Naraki. Rakeen, Naraki. Good one touch from Jonathan Naraki to prevent the icing. They'll continue with the pressure. New Canaan will turn it back the other way, no problem. Lancaster, Beach up out of play into the crowd. Like a foul ball.
And we're going to get a too many men call. Looks like on the Blue Wave.
Yep. That's certainly too many men.
They're going to get, I want to say the Blue Wave, and yes they are. They're going to take the Blue Wave for too many men, saying they had 6 guys on the ice. The officials going over to their bench because they need a guy who was on the ice. The Rams' first power play of the game, and that's a tough one. Too many men call, and that's tough. Mac Budd and his staff leading to the officials, and they're going to put somebody in the box. And the Rams 2-1, another chance to put another one on the board. They've got Max Lowe at center, Fitzpatrick and Del Carmine on the wings, and Doster Kroll, who usually plays forward, and Lincoln Durfee on defense.
Canaan already with the quick puck movement. Along the boards. Durfee over, low, intercepted by Grafton Ely. Darien going on a rush. Ely along the outside, looking at Whitaker, almost had it. Pickering made the save. Short-handed goal would have been nice, but now Darien's going to recover. Elders trying to put him down. Out in front. Smart hit from Beach. Now Beach clears that puck out easily. It's that hit from Asa Beach injured Tony Del Carmine just a little bit. Ref, keeps the puck in. Now skating with it is Leiden. Back to him. Bryce Leiden had the assist over as a party. Up top, Roby. Roby toe drag inside. Couldn't get a shot out of it. Makes the smart play. Now again, tipped that one off to the side. Asa Beach. Stick gets thrown out.
Del Carmine, a little shaken up a minute ago after he got tangled up in front of the Blue Wave net. They're going to keep Carlson, who's usually on that third line, with Leiden and Roby, who made a nice little dangle on the last play. The officials now, you can tell, are letting them play. And nice play there by Grafton Eli to intercept Max Lowe's pass and just get it out.
Holland. That one got by as a party. Wheatfeld down by the stick of Carlson. Russell Tarrant loses it behind. Now Roby behind. As a party. Along the boards. Leiden. Back to Roby. Now across. Leiden wanted the finish, couldn't get it. Still moving it. Even strength, a move to the front from Roby. That one got away, puts a nice hit on Tarrant. Refs are gonna call it. Darien power play now. And Roby has a lot to say about that call.
And I don't know if they're taking it for a penalty or just all the way down. Let's see. And they are gonna take Roby, penalty. Saying he had his hands up there. I couldn't tell if they had a high stick just to go all the way down or a penalty, but fourth power play of the game for Darien, and with 2:48 to go, you would think they really want to turn up the power play, as their three others were, to lack of another word, pretty darn bad. So see if they can turn it up here and try and get one in the back of the net.
Over. Schwinn, shot save.
Nice try there. Mason Pickering with another nice stop. He's played, both goalies this evening have played pretty well with a couple point-blank saves.
Lancaster now for the Wave. He'll skate over. Got by Whitaker. Ely was there. Grafton Ely stepping up towards the middle. Wanted to get a deflected wrist shot. Didn't work out for him. Puck in the corner. That one over, tipped off of his glove and out of play.
And it should be a neutral zone face-off.
It will be.
Which it is, because Darien put that one out of play. And Clark Jones is going to change up his lines. Bud is going to keep his guys on the ice. And Jones is really just trying to keep guys fresh right now and keep them fresh going into the third and kill this penalty.
Now Schwinn cuts back. Ely wants it. Schwinn will continue to carry. Ely over. Back to Schwinn. One-timer kick save, Pickering. He can really get out for those kick saves as the puck gets out of the zone, and Darien will have to recover. Now Ely's got to work to not get it stolen away. Ely to skate. Cuts back. Finds Lancaster. Goes into the zone. Offsides. Breakaway. Doster Crowell. What's he going to do? Looking for number 2. Goes wide. Haggerty covers. Whistle blown. 49 to go in the Darien power play. But a Doster Crowell breakaway.
What an opportunity there for the Rams. Doster Crowell. Ryan Haggerty, assistant coach for the Rams, looks like he was pleading for a slash call. But I think that's a good no call by the officials. And Doster Crowell just puts that one by the net. That would have been his second of the game.
It's a Beach. Gets it away. Mariska will go after it. Mariska loses his stick in the process. Back up. Rister way wide. Rakeen goes after it. Leaves it back for Tommy Holland. Holland surveys. Finds Rakeen. Rakeen under pressure. Looks. Beach far side. That's a good look. Here's Chris Davis. Davis over. That one slides. Tyler Rakeen. Back from Mariska. Mariska towards the middle. It's in! How about that? A surprising goal for Darien. And the Blue Wave tie it up 2-2.
Power play goal there for the Blue Wave, and last period they did the same thing, scoring late in the period, and they do it again with 56.1 to go, tying it up at 2s. Nice play there, and he passes it cross crease.
Looks like it just got through Pickering's pads.
With 7 seconds to go on the power play, their first power play goal of the game, and that's big. They know how to come up clutch at the end of periods. They did it last period. They do it again. Tied up at 2s.
Darien with a bit of a boost now as Tommy Holland will skate it up. It sounded like they credited Beach with the goal. They did credit Beach with the goal. How about that? Shout out Asa Beach, his first career goal. The defenseman turning up in a pretty clutch moment as well. Darien now possessing. Elders. Now Elders, a shot and a goal for Wave. How about that? Darien's up. Couldn't get a look at who that was, but what a turnaround we have here with 11 seconds to go.
Talk about a change of events. Talk about a change of momentum. You saw it after that goal. The Rams have had it all period, and all of a sudden, the Blue Wave scored 2 in under a minute to be up 3-2 with 11.6 to go in the second.
Bobby Whitaker, the captain, gives Darien their first lead of this one with 11.6 to go in the second.
And that is so tough for that Rams squad because
after a long, successful period, giving up 2 quick goals like that is certainly a tough look and something that's got to bring the team down.
And I mean, they had so much momentum, and all of a sudden, Darien takes it. And I'm sure Clark Jones wanted to make sure, hey, we have this 2-1 lead. Don't give up any goals. And all of a sudden, Darien's up 1 going into the third. And what a period we just had.
Certainly. We're expecting a big third. We'll be back in just a few moments. The DAF Media Network.
The Darien Foundation was founded in 1998 by Richard and Maureen Chilton, and the thesis behind that founding was to bring technology to the Darien public school systems. And that launched us, and that got us going, and through technology and capital project initiatives, we've now funded over $5.5 million over the last 24 years to build a better Darien.
Our board really likes to get involved and assist the partners that we collaborate with, whether it's a grant for a youth project or a grant from a community service, schools, the police. Often they come to us with ideas that we help them bring to fruition.
The Darien Foundation recently awarded the Darien Police Department 2 grants. One was for laser shot and the other for Faro technology. Laser shot technology is based on decision making. It may come down to using their firearm, but in reality, we would like them to talk the situation down where you use less lethal force, and this program allows us to do that.
Police, drop the gun!
Faro technology gives us a 360-degree view, catching all the points we need to catch in our accident scene. It also takes a lot less time. This allows us to open up roads, get traffic flowing a lot quicker than we ever used to be able to. We can also map the inside of buildings. We can use it at outdoor crime scenes, indoor crime scenes. It's really used for a plethora of investigations. It's a tool that most other departments may not have their hands on just yet, and thanks to the Darien Foundation, we have that technology.
At Home in Darien is a nonprofit organization that helps senior citizens to remain living independently in their home and in the community. We provide important services to help them do so, such as transportation. Thanks to the Darien Foundation, we have this amazing new van, and we are so excited about it and what it'll do for the community.
From all standpoints, this is going to be a real improvement in the services we provide, both in terms of safety and comfort. The Darien Foundation is important to the community in the scope that they reach out to answer needs.
Post 53 is the town's ambulance service. We respond to over 1,600 emergency calls a year. We're a vital service that has been here for 51 years. The technology upgrades provided by the Darien Foundation has been a game changer for us. It's allowed us to improve our training. It has helped us hone our skills. You don't know how important an ambulance is until you actually need it. Thanks to our partnership with the Darien Foundation, who's provided all this technology and several grants throughout the years, we're able to continue to be prepared, to be well-trained and well-staffed, to respond 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, whenever you need it.
The Darien Foundation is really excited to be able to launch a new program for the Darien schools, which will benefit students K through 12 in all 7 schools. This is the new robotics program, which will be an extracurricular opportunity for students to build robots, compete against other leagues, and collaborate together.
Our robotics program is going to benefit students in so many ways. In regular classes, students are always looking for the right answer, that there's only one way to answer something. Robotics is completely different. In robotics, you learn that there are multiple solutions to every problem. You learn that you have these obstacles that you have to overcome. You have to really be a creative problem solver. And most importantly, you need to persevere.
Early on in the process, the Darien Foundation reached out to administration and the offer to provide funding for a project, and it just dovetailed beautifully to the goals of the strategic plan. I look forward to continue to work closely with the Darien Foundation, both on this project and other projects down the line.
We welcome ideas for possible grants. We'd like to do grants that promote and strengthen our community. Sometimes it's from an organization, sometimes it's from our emergency service partners, or it's from the Darien Public Schools. One of our most popular grants, which was the Playground by the Sound, came to us from 4 Darien moms who said, let's get together and figure out how to build this.
Thanks to the generosity of our board members and officers, every dollar you give to the Darien Foundation goes directly to the grants that we're supporting. I invite all of you to help us move our community further and support the Darien Foundation.
Celebrating and supporting Darien athletes. That is a simple mission of the Darien Athletic Foundation. Broadcasting live from the field, DAF Media covers 125 games a year. All Darien teams, our youth, in our town, on our fields. Fields like the Center Oval and Upper Oval turfs, the JV softball field, and Stadium East, the longest turf in New England. All made possible by the Darien Athletic Foundation and its generous founders and donors. The Darien Athletic Foundation is not just committed to building our town's athletic infrastructure, it's improving the civic infrastructure for everyone to enjoy. The multimedia scoreboard, the snack bar pavilion, and the stadium lights, a $750,000 investment that makes Darien High School just the 2nd school in Connecticut with LED lights. The Darien Athletic Foundation board is made up of local parents who know just how quickly it goes by. Its archives of more than 60,000 photos capture those precious moments of our young athletes as they strive to be their very best. The Darien Athletic Foundation has raised almost $9.5 million for our town and its kids, and it's not stopping there, as it continues to build a legacy for our youth as bright as their future, both on and off the field.
DAF Media is actively seeking financial support. Founded in 2017, DAF Media has quickly become Southwestern Connecticut's source for quality sports, arts, and community programming. If you like what you see on the DAF Media Network and want to help us continue to deliver high-quality broadcasts while teaching lifelong STEM, communication, organization, and leadership skills, please email us at sponsor@dafmedia.org. We are a registered 501c3 organization.
Back live for the third and final period of play here at the Darien Ice House. The Blue Wave of Darien currently lead the Rams of New Canaan. Score of 3-2, courtesy of 2 late goals under a minute to go in the second period was when those 2 goals were scored. The first being, it was credited to Asa Beach, but I believe the goal was by Jack Mariska. So I don't know if we'll get confirmation on that or not. But the second one was scored by Bobby Whitaker, and the Blue Wave were able to shock the Rams with those 2 goals.
They were up 2-1 with under a minute to go in that second period, or the Rams were, and then the Blue Wave ended the period up 3-2, scoring 2 goals in 50 seconds, and that's got to hurt for the Rams. Same thing happened in the first, scoring that one late to tie it up, and now the Rams find themselves down for the first time today.
Beach immediately hit against the board is Elders. Now Lancaster battling for it behind. He comes out with it. Up to Asa Beach. Beach, shot saved, Pickering. The Darien section loud and proud after that strong finish to the second period, as here goes New Canaan the other way. Now looking across, kick save made by Haggerty. Puck behind with Roby. Looks up, skirts through down for an icing.
And that first line for the Rams, Fitzpatrick, Kroll, and Roby can really move the puck. They showed it there. Had a chance there to get a shot on net, but couldn't bury. Big offensive zone face-off here as Clark Jones mixing up the lines, putting Croft on the second line, as I think Del Carmine was shaken up in the second.
Here's Bronca. Down to Rocky is there to pass it back down to Bronca, who was looking for Rakeen, couldn't get to him. Now it's out with Naraki. Save made, and that puck's iced by Pickering.
Easy stop there for Pickering, nobody in front. Tommy Holland putting a shot on net. Pickering picking it up. So looks like they have Croft now playing, which we said earlier. Croft's on that second line, and he's got Jack Mariska speed. He can just fly all over the ice, and speed kills in hockey, and he knows how to use it.
Holland now will look up to Schwinn. Schwinn, the backhand pass, stopped and turned by Azzopardi. Ely will go down for it. Ely's slap shot along the boards. Now Russell Tarrant handling. Picked up by Owen Briggs. Here's Briggs. Looks down, gets by Ely. Ely will go after it. Leiden in pursuit. Leiden comes out with it. Now along behind. Briggs skating, looking, ends up on the stick of George Persinger. Persinger over, up to Fisher. Fisher the one touch, goes to Brendan Briggs. Now Persinger has to work back for it. George out, taking Carlson backhander. That one misses the net. Ely putting a hit against the boards. Vladeck handled it just fine. Now from the outside, blocker save. Matthew Fisher up. Little touch from Samame. And it's back into the zone. Grafton Ely. Ely over. Troy taken away. Here's Fitzpatrick. Back down, Crowell. Crowell's keeping it on sides. Fitzpatrick, whistle blown. Believe that'll be a penalty.
We're gonna have it offsides.
Offsides.
You can see both sides, Blue Wave and the Rams, shortening their benches, cycling 1-2. couple times here and there putting the third line out, but now in a game like this, you play all 4 lines, all 3 lines at the beginning of the game to save, 1 and 2 lines and keep their legs fresh, and now they're really cycling those 2 lines for both sides.
Beach makes the stop. Turns the puck up the other way, ends up in the section to Darien.
And it's going to stay inside. Oh, looks like they're going to say it got tipped by one of the Rams, which will take it outside. And again, we see the second line for both squads. And the officials are going to stop it there. They're going to kick the center out for both sides and bring 2 new ones in. And then the other official comes in and says the wingers are encroaching. And they finally drop it.
That'll be one over to Davis. It will be taken by the Rams. Leiden. Elders is there. Now Aiden Elders skating. Leaves it back for Chris Davis. Little kick and a shot. Shot went wide. Didn't have a lot of power. Davis looking up towards the middle. Nobody home. And here goes New Canaan the other way with a 2-on-1. Never mind. Make that a 2-on-2 as Leiden lets the puck get by him. Now a shot deflected up and over. George Persinger recovers. Ends up with Cam Wheatfelt. Wheatfelt down. Ends up with Rakeen. Now New Canaan. Darien trying to put some pressure on. Here they go. Rakeen, a shot off the crossbar. Almost had it. That would have been a big one for the Wave.
We would have had to get some stitches there if that netting wasn't there. We would have taken one right to the nose. Nice try there, right off the crossbar. And out of play, they're going to keep it inside. As the new rule, if it goes off the crossbar.
Quick shot from Bronca. That shot cut you off. Puck escapes. Beach will throw it down into the corner. As a party. Looking up. Fauché. Now Beach once again. That one with a little more power to it as Pickering goes down as a result of his own player. Darien trying to take advantage. Bronca kicking it around. Naraki skating. He's got one. Up to Beach. Asa Beach steps up. Wrist shot caught on Rakeen, excuse me. Talking too fast. Now in the corner. Bronca towards the middle. Nobody home. Can't clear it out. Hits off Fauché. Finally, Fauché gets it out. Whistle blown. No whistle, excuse me. Hand up in the air. We get a power play.
And I don't know who they're taking. Looks like they're taking one of Darien's players for a cross check.
Tyler Rakeen's going in.
One of the captains for the squad going in the box. A chance for the Rams to tie this one up. And right there, it was all Darien. And the Rams sense the danger, trying to ice it, and then they get the penalty off the cross check. Their second power play of the day.
Now New Canaan, they've had some great puck movement on their power plays so far. That one will get tipped and go out. Durfee. Crowell to skate. He picks up speed fast. Doster Crowell making a move, saved by Haggerty, and it's up and out of play.
It's keeping Bill Brown on his toes in the penalty box there. A lot of pucks have gone out of play today. Offensive zone faceoff here for the Rams. And you talk about faceoffs in hockey, not as big as lacrosse, but certainly an impact. And Max Lowe, one of those guys that you can rely on to win faceoffs like he just did. And so important in hockey is you can get possessions out of that, especially on the power play. And 1:20 to go on the Darien penalty and the Rams power play.
Doster Crowell skating. Jonathan Naraki gets in on it quick. Naraki gets in between. Darien with a pretty good kill. New Canaan still possessing though. Up with Durfee, over to Crowell, gets by Crowell. Tarrant getting after it in the corner. Puck bouncing in front. Save, rebound, where is it? Still loose. Nobody's covered it. Haggerty finally gets on top of it, I think.
Yeah, nice try there. But the Blue Wave, goaltending and everything, comes on top of that one. Fitzpatrick, if he waited a second longer, he could have came across and put that one in the back of the net, but the Blue Wave defense swarmed him, playing body, making sure he couldn't get anything going, and Clark Jones sends Roby Carlson and Croft to try and capitalize and put a 3 on the board. Good pressure here from the Blue Wave defense, or offense for Chicken.
Now New Canaan taking a second, moving it around, trying to see where to begin their last 30 seconds, and Darien takes it away. Now behind. Weefelt. Will be carried now. Carlson. Carlson makes a move across. Behind with it is New Canaan. Penalty finally expires. A shot from Roby, saved by Haggerty.
Nice try there by Roby. You can hear Pickering banging a stick. Make sure his defense doesn't get caught sleeping and have a hanger on Darien coming out of the box to be wide open for a breakaway. Nice job there by Pickering. Nice job there by the Blue Wave smothering the Rams. Good penalty kill and ultimately nice save.
7:30 now in the period. In the game, that is. Here goes Darien the other way. Quick give and go. Charlie Schwinn now cuts back, stolen away. New Canaan the other direction. Elliot Croft. Croft skating. They want the offsides call. They get it.
And that's a pretty easy call for the officials. Croft trying to work his way around the Blue Wave defense, but doesn't put the puck over the determining edge of the blue line. So that one, easy call for the officials. And Carlson and Crochet had all their momentum going into the zone, and they just couldn't hold it. So easy call for the officials. Neutral zone face-off.
Now up the other direction. Beach will work after it. Asa Beach. That one goes by Durfee. Ely. By Bronca. He'll go on the chase. Durfee recovers behind. Bronca tries to get on him. He can't. Crowell now. Quick fire to Jonathan Naraki. Back into the zone. Now with Ely. Ely dumps down. Ends up on the stick of Durfee. He didn't want the puck going there. Ely with it once more. This time he'll send it down around the boards. It gets by Pickering. Elders putting some work in. Elliot Lancaster gets there. Lancaster cuts back under Roby, who makes a good play with his foot after he dropped his stick, and now Tarrant goes back. Also Tarrant, other direction, off Elders into the zone. Elliot Lancaster will put some pressure on Cam Weefelt. Lancaster can't come away with it. He's not going to give up on the play, though. Leiden up, gets by Mariska. Holland not afraid to go up on offense. Chris Davis dangling around, loses it, taken away as a party. Going as a party. Cuts beyond the net. Across, Davis out in front. Good play made by Cam Weefelt on the stop. Here goes New Canaan. It's Croft. He gets absolutely rocked. Whistle will be blown. Unsure what that call is. Looked like a pretty clean hit, if you ask me.
Totally looked like a clean hit, all shoulder. And Grafton Eli's pleading to the ref, and I'm sure the Darien coaching staff is as well. They're going to call him for interference, saying that he the puck wasn't near him, but that was a beautiful hit.
Fresh off the stick.
And I think what the officials saw was that he didn't have the puck, but in a game like this with 5:22 to go, you can argue that that's a pretty tough call to make, because that was all shoulder.
Guess Russell Terrence just
It's a contact sport.
been in the gym a little too much. Rakeen gets it out of the zone, and Rocky's gonna hustle. Look at him go, almost getting to it. Crowell loses possession to Rocky, some good forechecking. Here's Fitzpatrick, leaves it back, Doster Crowell, he's got one. Crowell across the shot, saved by Haggerty. Right into his chest.
Nice job there from Kroll to create space, trying to do what he did in the first period and shelf one. But Darien says no. Still a while to go on their power play and a chance to tie this game up as we're starting to hit late in the third.
Certainly. Beach's attempt at a clearance fails. New Canaan holds on. Durfee up top. Beach to him against the boards. Cuts back. Ely puts a hit. Leiden coming around. Ely and Leiden getting into it. Two of the bigger players on the ice. Now Kroll. Watch out for him. Shot blocked in front. Kroll rebound. Kroll shot. Saved wide. Asa Beach. Can he get it out? No, he cannot. Leiden. Pass down. More of a dump. Shot. Save made. That one came out of nowhere, and Haggerty had a nice reaction. Darienne's able to get a couple change as Pickering kept it in play. Here's Durfee up. Nice play by Elders. Elliott Lancaster gets rocked in the middle of the ice. Clean hit, though, and here goes New Canaan. Elliott taking one for the team, though, as he was able to delay the New Canaan offense a little bit more. Puck behind the net. Elliott shaking off that hit, no problem, firing up the Darien squad, and the puck gets loose. 3:35 to go. 12 seconds left on the power play. There's Carlson on the backside as he gets hit by Rakeen. Roby towards the middle, Persinger's there. The hits are happening. Here's Wiefeld. And Wiefeld sends it into the zone. Penalty expires, we're back to 5-on-5. Roby behind, Roby coming around. Roby's shot, glove save, Haggerty, whistle blown, some extracurricular activity.
And you can really feel it now after Kroll put a hit on Lancaster, and 20 seconds later, Lancaster with a little reverse hit again on Kroll. Both sides getting amped up on that one, and then, like you said, extracurriculars after the whistle there, and you love to see it in this rivalry. Two beautiful hits, one being a reverse hit, and all shoulder. Power play or penalties over, 3:06 to go. Rams trying to tie this one up at 3.
Now Leiden behind. Skating, looking towards the middle. Charlie Schwind is there instead. Quick but not fast as he got caught up too quickly. Bobby Whitaker was looking to lay down a big hit. Now a shot, pinning against the boards, puck goes away. Still in the zone, Croft. He gets knocked down by Ely. Some fantastic open ice hits we're seeing right now. Still behind the net. Ely and Leiden getting into it. Puck's loose in front. Puck's still loose. Darien gets it out. Ref blows the whistle finally as Beach wants to go with Leiden.
And the officials are going to take both coincidentals. So no penalties on the board, 5-on-5. Dylan, you can just feel the rivalry right now. Open ice hits, collisions all over the place, and just sheer battling in front. And both these sides just want to kill each other right now.
Absolutely. And Bryce Leiden right there, even though it's still even strength, he had a couple chances out in front that he might have sacrificed by getting into it with Grafton Ely.
Yeah, and sometimes you just got to battle in front to try and screen the goalie, but you're right, he did have, if his stick was down, he had a couple shots there, but ultimately you want to try and get it to the point, screen the goalie. That's your best chance to score
I can't tell if the Rams are going to take a timeout, which they don't. But ultimately, you love collisions and you love all that, but right now they're down, and Bryce Lyden's in the box for just about the rest of the game. So, I mean, they need to put another one in the back of the net before they can celebrate. So they have 2:22 to do it. The Rams take a timeout and try and draw something up. I'm sure eventually they're going to pull Pickering, try and put a third in the net. But Dylan, we haven't really seen it. I mean, there's been a couple nice hits, a couple good collisions, a couple good battles, but this last 5 minutes has just been collision, and just good battles that you love to see in this rivalry.
Hockey at its finest.
And the officials are letting them play, which you also love to see. It's a contact sport, and you got to love that. So Clark Jones, for sure, trying to set something up, put his best guys on the ice. It's tough. Lyden's one of those better guys, bigger frames to try and really screen the goalie, but he's in the box. Coincidental as they took them both 5-on-5. And like I just said, they're going to eventually, I'm sure, have Pickering by the hashes and pull him for a 6-on-5 and a chance to put a third in the net. They're going to send Fitzpatrick, Roby, and Kroll on offense out there. And Cam Wheatfeld, the senior captain, and Lincoln Durfee, the sophomore, to try and make this one a tie game.
That'll be one over to Holland, up off the stick of Chris Davis. Doster Kroll, a little between the legs play. Now towards the middle, Roby. Can they get a shot? No, they cannot. Darien up the other way. Elders, Chris Davis. Davis gets hit in the open ice. Little hip check. Elliot Lancaster making a move now while the scrum was happening. His shot right into the chest of Pickering.
Good positioning there from Pickering. And the clock's starting to tick, 1:51. At a certain point, the Rams got to turn it up, get offensive possession time, and pull Pickering to try and generate that third goal.
Sense of urgency.
Yep, sense of urgency, 100%. And Darien's trying to hold that sense of urgency and try and hold their a chance to get it in the offensive zone, because obviously they can't score if they can't get it in the offensive zone.
And if you're either of these teams right now, you just got to make sure to avoid making the not smart collision play, rather making the smart hockey play.
Yep. At this point in the game, and especially a game of this severity, right, you love collisions, but right now when you're down a goal, you really can't take penalties. You can still collide, but you just got to make sure that it's shoulder to chest.
Here's Kroll. They pull Pickering immediately. As Holland tried to lay a hit on Kroll, he took a shot, got caught up. Whistle blown, it's in! New Canaan ties it! How about that? That happened out of nowhere. Minute 31 to go.
And nobody realized it.
No one knew, look at that.
And it just sneaks in.
Hagerty thought that was routine. And it just got by him. And you wonder, is that the positioning of Hagerty that caused that? Just poor leaning against the post?
I mean, nobody realized that in the rink, but it just sneaks in as the official signals it.
Whole new game.
Great job by Clark Jones to pull Pickering right away. Doster Kroll with his second of the game. And we've seen it from the other two periods, first and second. Darien did exactly this, coming up clutch at the end. But now New Canaan has put one on the board to tie this one up. Still a good amount of hockey to be played in minute 30. A lot can happen in a minute and 30. See what goes on.
And I'm no Chase, but that far right corner from us seems to have some sort of magic going on. Puck slipping by both of the goalies so far with shots from low angles over there.
100%. I'm sure Hagerty wants that one back. He was hugging his post pretty good, but just snuck in under his skate. And that's tough as a goalie, but he's just got to shake it off.
Now New Canaan with the momentum. They'll go on the attack. Ely behind. Over a little kick move. Here's the freshman, Mariska. What can he do? He gets taken down. They want a call. He doesn't get it. Good no call there. Holland leaves it back for Whitaker. Whitaker up to Ely. Ely, Schwinn. Schwinn the backhand into the zone. Bobby Whitaker will pursue. Whitaker laying out a huge hit in the back corner. Chipped up and over. Who's going on the chase? Logan Carlson is. Icing called. 41.2 to go in the game.
A big ice there as it's a offensive zone face-off for the Blue Wave, and they're pleading for a call there on Mariska. Good no call. You're not going to make that call with a minute to go in the third period of a tie game. Ultimately, unless it's a crime, they're not going to call anything in a Darien Canaan rivalry when it's tied late in the third. So good no call from the officials.
That one up off the glass. Here's Kroll. He's a danger. So is Fitzpatrick. Turned the other way by Lancaster. Ely behind. Lancaster out for Elders. Elders across. Chris Davis had 2 in the last game. 14 seconds to go. Davis, the shot kick saved by Pickering. Rebound, puck still loose. 9 seconds. Elders leaves it back. Roby. Looks like we're going to have overtime here at the Darien Ice House. How about that third period, Chase?
And the officials trying to get in. Little scuffle after the play. And we saw this last year, overtime. Darien took it 3-2. But again, overtime, Dylan, you could have, on paper, this would have been a great game. And the rivalry itself, and it's only fitting that
it's even better.
We're headed to overtime. With a minute 20 to go, and Doster put that one in. Doster Kroll just snuck by Haggerty, and I'm sure he wants that one back. But a late goal in the third period to tie it up, and this should be an exciting overtime, of course.
As we get one more look at that Doster Kroll goal.
Look at that close-up.
Bit of a close-up angle. Just sneaking by the skate.
It's like this says Toronto. Got the camera angles and everything. Only if the officials needed it. Obviously, no instant replay in high school, but
inches separating an overtime game from a Darien victory. How about that? 3-3, period 4, overtime.
And one of the best rivalries in the state, obviously. Sudden death victory. You score, you win. And we only play one overtime in the regular season. So this is it. They got 8 minutes to score, both squads. If they don't score, you go out with a tie. And in a game like this, who wants a tie? You want you want your squad to score in both fan bases, and you want a winner. So 8 minutes of overtime, 8 minutes of the rivalry. See who can come on top. Rams haven't come on top of this rivalry in over a year.
Davis. Elders coming up. Aiden Elders, toe drag. Elders shot saved by Pickering.
And what a
We haven't talked about it enough. Mason Pickering's having quite the game.
He really is. Positionally, he's just come up so big on point-blank saves. That's another one. Aiden Elders, series of moves there. Mason Pickering gets his glove up and quickly smothers that one to get a whistle.
Fires that one off the glass. Beach, here's Kroll. He's got 2. Can he make it 3? The shot saved by Haggerty. Doster Kroll wanted to put that away and get himself a hat trick.
And he's showed it all year, the junior captain. He can just shoot from anywhere on the ice. He's got a missile, a rocket off that stick, but Haggerty was in great position there just to take that one right in the chest. Offensive zone face-off for the Rams.
Tarrant gets pushed off by Croft. Buchanan keeps it in. Croft looking down, looking up, excuse me. Here's Naraki. Bronca, late hit. They're gonna call it on him. No, sorry.
This is delayed offsides.
Delayed offsides. Happened right as he laid the hit. I was going to say that was a little too clean.
It'd be a pretty tough call to make in overtime of a game like this. Again, unless it's a crime, you're not really calling anything, an obvious trip or, literally a crime to make that to make a call in an overtime game like this. So just a delayed offsides, and they didn't touch up.
Whitaker down into the zone. Mariska over, shot, Whitaker, all saved. Beach saving the puck from exiting the zone. Schwinn on the far side. Schwinn towards the middle. Oh, the backside was open. Now Ely. Ely will take a wrist. Whitaker all alone behind. Leaves it back. As a party. Will skate. Dylan has a party now, looking up to Fitzpatrick. He'll dump. New Canaan will get a change. Ely will send that all the way down. We called for an icing.
6:18 to go in this overtime period. Ely trying to get a stretch pass there, and the Rams another offensive zone face-off. They've got Carlson, Kroll, and Roby on the ice to try and put one in the back of the net right now. Lancaster, Roby to face off against each other.
Out shot deflected off a skate wide. Chris Davis all the way to Holland on the far side. Holland, he's fast. He gets there looking back. Chris Davis to put it away. Out of play.
And he was wide open on that side. No Rams defense. Let's take another look.
Perfect positioning by Davis.
Wide open. Had a chance.
Oh, off the crossbar.
Carlson with a nice back check there to just get a little piece and affect him on that shot. But, I mean, that's inches away from sealing the deal.
Crowell for the Rams. Lancaster, Tarrant gets in the way. Up and over. Davis cutting. Finds Elders. Elders will have to chase. Lancaster behind now. Still battling for it. Buchanan gets it out. Here's Kroll. Over to Fitzpatrick. Russell Tarrant keeping his eyes on Doster Kroll as that one goes up and out of play.
Yeah, I mean, you said it, Russell Tarrant keeping his eyes on Doster Kroll. You sort of have to know where he is at all times, because if you don't, he's going to generate opportunity after opportunity, and eventually it leads to a goal, an assist or whatever. I mean, he's got 17 points on the season, and we're not even a fourth into the season. So that just shows how dominant of a player he is. So yeah.
Skating around is Leiden with it. Rakeen's going to go after him. Down against the boards. Ely goes down. Taken away by Carlson. Carlson gets hit by Ely. Jonathan Naraki. Naraki spin back. Ely goes down. Carlson coming up now. Looks over. Puck's loose. Haggerty will jump out on it.
Nice play there by Beach to make sure Max Lowe couldn't really get in there and try and get a rebound. Good defense there, putting a cross check on him and making sure he can't touch his goalie. Another Rams offensive zone face-off. Big face-off here. Roby trying to win this one back to Azzo, Party, and Connell.
Back and behind. Holland. Mariska. Whitaker up to Mariska. Mariska, quick pass to Schwinn. Mariska tries to get in front of it. He cannot. That one goes by. Fitzpatrick will chase. Tarrant will be the first one to it. Russell Tarrant looking up. Little one-touch from Whitaker. Doesn't go anywhere with it as Mariska gets in front. Schwinn, shot, glove save, Pickering. He covers. That's a great hustle play by Mariska to create that opportunity for Schwinn, as we'll take another look at this save.
And nice glove save there by Pickering. And he lets up a little rebound, but ultimately he smothers that. Nice job there. Not an easy save for Pickering, but he makes it. 4:07 to go in the overtime period.
Up top with Ely. Ely's shot goes wide. Beach towards the middle. Nobody there. Elders is hit. Now a fight for the puck. It's pinned against the boards. Elders leave it back for Ely. Ely over to Beach. Asa Beach, a little chip and chase. Beach coming up offensively now. Fired at Leiden. Elders trying to get it back. Ely's there to get it back. Pickering will come out. Passes it to Weefelt. Rakeen. Still back and forth, no sustained possession. Beach hustles, gets there, finds Bronca. Bronca in the corner. Tommy Bronca taken away by Roby. Roby gets hit against the boards. So does Bronca. Bronca fighting back against Weefelt. They're still going after it as Bronca finally picks up his stick. Now Rakeen in the middle. Leiden got there. That one hit off the helmet of Asa Beach, I think. Goes between the legs of Grafton Ely. Tyler Rakeen now. Up to Bronca, almost had him. That'll be an icing. 2:30 to go in overtime. 3-3 remains our score.
Darien coaching staff says that should have been an ice on New Canaan, which ultimately and Darien responded with icing the puck after that, so they're complaining about that one. But the officials deemed that it touched Grafton Ely, so they waved it off, and then right away, right after that, they got an ice, so a good chance for the Rams here.
Out against the boards. Whitaker. 3-on-2 opportunity. Mariska finally handles it high. Glove save, Pickering.
Good reflexes from Pickering, getting his glove up there. Clock's ticking, 2:11 to go in the overtime period. Again, there's only one overtime period to be played in the regular season, and both sides want a winner. And such a great rivalry like this.
Now up off the glass. That one fails to go the way he wanted it to, but Krall's there, gets it out. It's off the skate of Krall. Remains in the neutral zone. Battle hit laid out by Holland. Weefelt looking towards the middle. Mariska got in front of it. Fitzpatrick. Krall for the one-timer. Here's Charlie Schwinn. Schwinn skating. Mariska goes for a sub. Schwinn's gonna see what he can do himself. Schwinn turning, shot goes wide. Elliot Lancaster moves the puck behind. It's taken away by Connell. Now up the ice, whistle blown, icing. 1:31 to go in overtime.
Great awareness there from Schwinn as Krall was trying to take a one-timer, but he intercepted it and went the other way with it. Connell just getting that one down and making sure nothing silly happens, sensing the danger, getting fresh legs on the ice. 1:31 to go in the overtime period. Offensive zone face-off for the Blue Wave.
Ely keeps it in with his hand. They call that a hand pass, though, as found the stick of Lancaster.
Hand pass, and let's see if they put this at center ice, or they're going to put it all the way down. And offensive zone face-off for the Rams. Roby Lancaster facing off.
Hesitates on the shot. Elders gets after it. Turned back the other way by Leiden. Is that a delayed offsides?
And
then the offsides.
It was offsides because Leiden had possession of that when he came in.
So good call there by the officials. Easy call there by the officials as Leiden had possession and the Rams were clearly offsides.
Oh, off the crossbar. That one was close from Croft.
What a rocket there from Croft. Great chance there. Hitting the connector between the crossbar and the pipe. Going out of play. And what a great chance there. Roby passing it over to Croft. And again, just a missile off of the stick of Croft. And almost under a minute, 1:06 to go in the overtime period.
Beach. It's Bronca. Now Naraki in pursuit. Final minute of play at the Ice House. Will we find a winner? Out of play. 51.7.
And the officials are going to say that was tipped, so they're going to keep it inside. Of course, if it wasn't tipped, it would be outside, but they said it was tipped, so they're going to keep it in the offensive zone. 51.7 to go. Blue Wave offensive zone face-off. They've got Ely back there. They've got Holland back there trying to get guys in front and trying to put a number 4 up on the scoreboard.
Bronca towards the middle. Rakeen was there. New Canaan going the other way. A chance for a late strike. Kroll. Shot. Save made by Haggerty.
Nice shot there from Kroll trying to get rebounds. Going with Durfee, the defenseman, and Fitzpatrick right beside him. Of course, if a rebound pops out there, he's got Fitzpatrick and Durfee right there. But Haggerty corrals that one and makes sure no rebounds are allowed. And last couple chances for both these squads with only 37 to go.
Quick shot, again into the chest of Finley Haggerty.
And that's a designed play there. Lowe's tangling up the face-off guy, Whitaker, trying to get Fitzpatrick over to get the shot on goal and try and bury one.
Ely up to Schwinn. Schwinn makes a move, puck stays in. Still back and forth, 26 to play. Mariska up onto it, skating down now for the rush. New Canaan stops him, turns him back. Whitaker leaves it back. Up off the boards into the zone. Whistle blown with 9.7. We're gonna get a face-off down the New Canaan zone for the remaining seconds of this game.
And that's big because there's 9.7 to go, so really you would think this is the Blue Waves, one of their last chances, if not the last chance for them to capitalize. Rams really don't have any more, so a nice job here from the Blue Wave and the staff to call a timeout because they understand that this is their last chance to put a 4 on the board and try and put one in the back of the net with only 9.7 to go. I'm sure Bud and his squad are trying to draw something up, win the face-off back to the D, get guys in front, screen them, and try and score. And right now, Clark Jones and Ryan Haggerty can't be thinking offensively because they're not going to really have any offensive chances. Right now, they just got to, it stinks to say, but they got to play for the tie and really hold the fort down defensively and make sure that their defensemen are keeping the Blue Wave out of the front, pushing them, cross-checking them, and just ultimately battling them to make sure that Mason Pickering, if any shots get on goal, he's got a wide open save to make and make Pickering's job easy. But I'm sure Clark Jones is going to send Lowe on the ice as he's one of their better face-off guys. And you talk about, we said this earlier, right? Face-offs aren't as important in the sport of hockey like lacrosse and sports like that. But right now, it is, right? If Lowe wins this face-off, they can just bring it to the corner and hold it. If he doesn't, it's a whole different story. If Darien wins that face-off, then they can get it back to the D-man. They have enough seconds to get in front and get tips on it. But Wheatfeld and Durfee need to work their butts off to make sure these Blue Wave players can't get in front and give Pickering an easy save. 9.7, here we go.
Face-off one back by New Canaan, that's what they want. Looks up, now a chance. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, still fighting. That'll be all tie game finale, and a disappointing finale at that for both sides. You can hear the place go silent, Chase.
Yeah, you want an end to a game like this rivalry. You want somebody to score, you want a winner, but today we didn't, and both sides came to play. And I mean, we predicted it before the game. The rivalry, everything on paper, it was as even as it gets matchup-wise, and we come out here with a tie. You hate to see it. You want one team to win. You want a winner in a game like this, but we ended with a tie.
Certainly a close one. Close goals on both sides. Lots of goals, lots of hitting. Exactly what you would have expected out of this rivalry today. And tie or not, fun game nonetheless, and can't wait for these two teams to go at it again. I'm sure it'll be a good one.
100%. And both goalies played very well, and it was, like you said, collisions, goals. At the end of the period, Darien, first and second, they score, and then with 120 around there, Doster Kroll puts one in the back of the net to tie it up at 3, and then overtime period, nobody scored. But like you said, collisions, goals, snipes, nice saves, nice block shots, everything you want to see out of a game like this. Darien, New Canaan, we saw it, and it was just a great game all around.
Chase, glad to have you on as always. It was a pleasure. It was a fun one. And this, of course, has been a joint production, DAF Media and NCTV. We'll give a shout out to our crew, Braden Shank, our director, Ben Chulis, our instant replay coordinator, Miller Hackman on graphics, Adam Nelson, Robbie Williams, and Anderson Cook all running camera today. Of course, our advisor, Damian Andrew, and Bruce Ferguson helping out with the tech. I'm Dylan DeRiso. Chase Harden, so glad you could all join us for this great matchup, great game, great rivalry. And we hope to see you next time here from the Darien Ice House.